If you ask people what is the most famous glitch of all time, almost certainly at least one of the first answers you're going to hear is MissingNo. MissingNo, which stands for missing number, which I pronounced MissingNo, thinking it was a Pokemon, and like all Pokemon, it had a bit of a pun to it. Nah, it's just a mistake. Red and Blue, as we've learned, aren't the most stable games, and if the game has a missing number it's trying to look up, you get a MissingNo. We're going to try to beat the game with just that. However, beating the game with MissingNo is actually a little more difficult than you'd think, for reasons you probably have no idea exist. Because typically, what I do to change my starter, and I'm doing this at single speed on an actual Game Boy with a Game Shark to show you how this works, you put in a Game Shark code that changes your starter, and then when you select a Pokeball, whatever Pokemon you pick will be this new different Pokemon. Because the Game Shark just changes the starter into a different index number, and MissingNo does have several index numbers because some Pokemon were taken out of the game, you can just change the index number to correspond to MissingNo, which is what we do. But when we go to select MissingNo, it's a Rhydon, not a MissingNo. And while I do want to do a Rhydon solo run, I want to do MissingNo today. And I kept doing this again and again. I put the code in again, I double checked everything, and yet, even though I should be getting a MissingNo, I kept getting Rhydon. Thankfully, there was an article on Bulbapedia explaining what was going on, and it's actually called the Rhydon glitch. Anytime you catch a glitch Pokemon that makes a Pokédex entry appear, which seems to happen when you get a starter Pokemon, that Pokemon will be transformed into Rhydon unless certain conditions are met. One of the conditions is that if you have seen a Cubone, the Pokemon will stay as its original glitch form, in our case, MissingNo. Unfortunately, since we're at the very beginning of the game, we don't have a Cubone. So I decided to do something a little different. Instead of using the Game Shark code to change my starter into MissingNo, I used the code to change my starter into Cubone. I also learned how to change color palettes in my editing software, so yeah. This looks perfect for the ominous and mysterious run we are about to do. Because after we get a Cubone, we're not actually done with the Game Shark yet. We're going to have to use it 2 more times. Well, really 1 more time, but we're going to use it 2 more times. The first is to change the items the Pokemart sells to give us a Master Ball, because MissingNo actually has an exceptionally low catch rate, and we just want to catch it because we basically want to use it as our starter. And then we're going to go to Route 2, run around for a little bit, and catch ourselves a MissingNo. Because we have Cubone in the Pokédex, it will in fact stay as a MissingNo, and we are ready to begin. And I just realized, in case it wasn't obvious, the other cheat was to make MissingNo appear in the grass. But now we're going to remove the Game Shark and just play this game with the same rules we always use. No glitches, no items, no excuses. We're going to try to beat the game if it's possible. Now, MissingNo is actually a terrible Pokemon. See, a lot of people don't catch MissingNo because you're going to see it leads to a lot of glitchy side effects. But MissingNo does work like a normal Pokemon. Well, I say that, but these base stats are, well, pretty random. Just like MissingNo's pretty random back sprite. I mean, it's got a lot of attack. In fact, it has the most base attack of any Pokemon, in quotes, of the entire game. Of real Pokemon, Dragonite with its base 134 is actually the best in Generation 1. So MissingNo's 136 is great. Everything else is, I mean, it has got base 0 in defense and base 6 in special. This thing is a glass cannon that is also very slow. It's slower than almost every Pokemon in the game. At least it has a really random but cool move pool. I mean, we start off with Water Gun, another Water Gun, and Sky Attack, which will help us versus the Bug Catchers, and Water Gun will help us versus Brock, our 6 base special attack is probably not going to make Brock very easy, but you know, that's nice. And in terms of TMs, we get Sword Stance, we get some pretty good physical moves. This is going to be fine. But there's one other thing you should know about MissingNo. One thing I had no idea, and probably a lot of you don't either. You see, in Generation 1, there are 4 experience groups that tell the game how many experience points it's going to take to get from one level to the next. Starters are in medium slow, which is usually the fastest at the very beginning. Then it gets slower, fast, which is pretty fast, like Jigglypuff, slow, Magikarp, legendaries, and medium fast, other Pokemon like Pikachu are in that group. MissingNo isn't in an experience group. MissingNo is a glitch. MissingNo's group I would call broken. In the very beginning of the game, it takes an unreasonable amount of experience points. I think it took like 600 to get to level 6. The slowest in Gen 1 is 114. Now, I had read that it takes about 300,000 experience points to get all the way up to level 100, which of all the experience groups which existed in Generation 1 is less than half of the fast experience group. So it looks like the early game is going to be the worst thing ever as we struggle to level up, and at the end of the game, we're going to be leveling up every other Pokemon. That's what it seems. Wonderful. That's going to be great for Badge Boost Glitch. And if you're mad that I'm using Badge Boost Glitch, I'm using a MissingNo. Glitch is literally the theme of the run, although we aren't going to be using major glitches to skip things or otherwise. So I kind of take that back, but it is kind of funny. Anyway, well, I've been playing for about 10 minutes. I'm playing at 4 times speed like always, and I battle Brock. I get outsped by Geodude, and Water Gun does like nothing. So we're going to have to go back into the forest and level up a ton. Thankfully, Sky Attack is base 140 power, and one-shots the Kakuna and the Metapod really easily. It being a 2-turn attack isn't great, but better than using Water Gun, which doesn't even do much to a Geodude. But it's going to take a really, really long time in order to get the levels we need to beat Geodude. I mean, one tackle nearly knocked me out with my base 0 defense. With that said, because it takes an unreasonably long time to level up, I try again at level 7. This time, Geodude's tackle misses. I then outspeed, so it's a speed tie. Geodude hits with tackle. It's almost knocking me out, but it goes for defense curl. We actually don't knock it out with Water Gun, but speed tie, we outspeed and knock it out. Now, Onix goes for tackle and misses. That's crazy good luck, by the way. 2 5% misses. Screech, which hits somehow. We hit with Water Gun. And then it goes for Bide, which lasts a minimum of 2 turns. We don't level up, which just goes to show you how ridiculously long it takes this thing to level up at these levels. But we have made it past Brock. Does that mean the game is going to be easy? No. This part of the game was probably the most tedious thing I've done in a very long time. The bug catchers are okay. Because we have Sky Attack, we can one-shot every one of their Pokemon, but they do have 2 turns to attack us. And that means they often will knock us out within 3 attacks, which is kind of common. I realized a good way to gain experience points, also MissingNo sometimes reverses the sprites. It looks cool. But I realized that just not resetting when I lose and gaining the experience points would be helpful. However, because there's a 1 in 2 chance that the bugs go for String Shot, it is possible to win. And of course, we are going to beat the rest of the trainers. It just took a really long time. It's taken me 7 minutes of 4 times speed, so 28 minutes assuming I played at regular speed. And I was able to get the TM for Mega Punch. Now this is huge. MissingNo is normal bird type. Also, look how much Mega Punch does. It one-shots a Paris, which is pretty decent at the early game. But like I was saying, MissingNo is normal bird type. Bird isn't a thing in the game. Bird was, I guess, a beta for flying, but there are no bird type moves. That means effectively MissingNo is just a normal type Pokemon, and that means Mega Punch gets the 50% same type attack boost, which is good, because we can't even beat this hiker. Almost always when we get a water move, he's just a joke, but even though we're at pretty much the level we should be, he's still not very easy. So we're going to have to battle just a ton of Zubat, other things, and we can't even outspeed them. This was a really, really lengthy stay in Mount Moon. So what level were we at when we finally got to Cerulean City? Well, as I battle Rival 2, you're going to see it's taken me 2 hours to get here. Mewtwo was almost done Kanto at this point, and we're battling Rival 2 at level 16. And that's how easy it is. So it might look like all hope is lost, but it actually isn't as bad as you might think. We will have to level up a little bit, but if we get decent luck, Mega Punch is almost one-shotting. So I think what the right play is to go to Misty's gym and to battle the trainers there. Because if I can level up just a little bit more with my crazy base attack, I will be able to beat Rival 2 eventually. Now, if I lose, that's okay. I will deposit Spearow and Paris. Usually I don't bother, but anytime I lose from now on, I'm not going to reset. We need every experience point we can get at this point in the run. Not great for our money, but whatever. You also might be wondering, by the way, what's with my weird name? And for that matter, you probably only saw it briefly, but what's with the Rival's name? I'll see if any of you know. There is specific reasons for those names. It's a little bit of a Pokemon Easter egg, so I'm curious if any of you caught what the significance of those nicknames were, because I thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, I can try battling Misty, and Misty isn't going that badly. I mean, it went badly, but not that badly. So, Staryu is going to outspeed, but it doesn't one-shot with Water Gun, and we do one-shot with Mega Punch. Then Starmie misses, and if I didn't miss right there, we would have won. Now, of course, that would have been really lucky, but I'm not too worried. Misty's not going to be that bad. It would be easier if we beat Rival 2, and I want to see whether Mega Punch will one-shot. As it turns out, not yet, but we're really, really, really close. So, there's a very obvious strategy we could do. Since we know we one-shot Staryu, and we should beat it every time, we can just battle Staryu again and again and again, gain enough levels, hopefully defeat Misty in the process, but even if we don't, we should level up enough to one-shot Pidgeotto. As it turned out, I wasn't able to defeat Misty. That first battle was lucky, and yet we lost. I was, however, able to beat Rival 2. We're obviously not going to outspeed, but Sand Attack is a 1 in 4 chance of missing. The second one did hit, but I'm at full HP for the final 3 Pokemon. It's just a matter of not missing too many times. Rattata almost knocks me out, but now we just have to hit versus Squirtle, and we lose. What? I told you I beat Rival 2. I didn't say I beat him right now. That was you assuming. Don't blame me. I do beat Rival 2, I promise. There's more to the video. But yeah, I came really, really close, and so I just have to go back to Misty, because obviously, if we one-shot Squirtle, the battle would have been over. So, we're close. Not quite there yet. The next battle, though, we do in fact beat Rival 2, and no, this time I'm not misleading you. Once again, we get hit with Sand Attack, but that actually boosts the power of Mega Punch, enough that I can knock out Pidgeotto, and then Rattata uses Tail Whip, boosting the power of Mega Punch again. We do miss a couple times, but thankfully, our special is slightly better than our defense. Well, infinitely better, because it's base 0. Well, that's not completely true. Anyway, we won. What can I tell you? We did win, finally, and that means there are tons of Pokemon here that are pretty slow and pretty terrible, and even though we still level up really slowly, we can beat these Pokemon. In fact, we can even lose, and then battle a trainer twice, which is really good. And by the time we make it back to Misty, we should be a little tankier and deal a little bit more damage, making Starmie actually plausible. Although it, of course, is possible, just a little bit more consistent, which would be nice. But speaking of consistency, there is one person behind the scenes that has allowed these videos to come out at such a consistent pace. Me. No, I'm kidding. AJ. AJ has been an absolute editing machine. But did you know he actually has his own YouTube channel? He's got 2,000 subscribers. I think we can get him to 3,000. And if we do, maybe I'll make a cameo in one of his videos. You ever want to hear me talk about Castlevania? I had a video on that way back when. Maybe that'll happen. Go subscribe to him. If for no other reason, his videos are actually quite good. And he's a huge reason I've been able to put out so many videos and such high quality videos, just like the one you're watching now. Also, he had to hear an extended version of the rap and 2 other unreleased J-Rose singles that were so bad they were cut from the, I believe, Machamp and Poliwhirl videos. So, while you guys head over to AJ's channel to drop a subscription, I'm gonna go head over to Misty's gym and get the Cascade badge, hopefully. Alright, so what does Staryu do? X defend, we still one-shot, Starmie tackle, uh-oh, a crit, and X defend. We win. We needed a little bit of luck, definitely. We always were going to need a little bit of luck, but now we can delete one of our water guns, and we have a valid moveset by teaching Bubble Beam. Awesome. Unfortunately, despite the fact we're a normal Pokemon, we cannot learn Body Slam. MissingNo's TM list is probably just random. So we're going to have to beat Rival 3 with just Mega Punch, but considering that Rival 3 isn't too much more difficult than Rival 2, and we beat Rival 2 like 20 minutes ago, we should be fine. Are we going to be fine? I don't know. Well, the Rival is inverted and my sprite has seen better days. Quick Attack, we miss. Quick Attack, we hit. 1 down, level 26. Hyper Fang, well, okay. I'm not going to actually keep losing on purpose. There's no reason to. I think we could win. Let's just maybe miss less. Okay, Gust, Mega Punch, 1 down. We level up. Quick Attack, Mega Punch. All right, can we get Teleport? Yes. And now, do we outspeed Wartortle? Yes, we do. It did have the highest defense. I figured it would be the best. I mean, I think Blastoise arguably is the best of the final evolutions. I don't know. It's always a little difficult deciding which starter I should give my rival, but I find Blastoise tends to be really good. I don't know. Anyway, you know who isn't really good? Lieutenant Surge, but we're really slow, and our special's really bad. There is an actual chance Surge wins, not just once, but several times. That will make me quite sad. So hopefully we first try victory, because then MissingNo, even as a glitch, is still just like every other Pokemon. Has no issues with Lieutenant Surge. Alright, Surge leads with Voltorb, it goes for Tackle, doesn't do all that much to me, and we Mega Punch it so hard, Voltorb's sprite just goes to the Shadow Realm or something, and we knock it out. Pikachu, Quick Attack, well, it gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and Raichu, we Mind Crush its, I don't know what the heck we're doing, Hand of Fate, which is funny because it's more of a Fist of Fate. Now I'm just naming franchises that aren't Pokemon. Do you know which one that one's from? Fun fact, as a kid, that was my favorite franchise. I just thought Pokemon had really good games. Funny how things have changed, but yeah. Getting back to the run in question, I think MissingNo is actually going to have a relatively okay time because at this point, the broken level up stuff has started to level out. We're leveling up at a normal pace, meaning we're right around where we should be. We have access to a good physical move, and once we get to Celadon, which we aren't at yet, we'll get Tri-Attack, which can't miss, so that's really cool. I don't anticipate anything being too difficult in Rock Tunnel. The one thing I'm concerned about is the famous hiker with 2 Geodude and a Graveler. We do have Bubble Beam, but do we one-shot Graveler? Well, hopefully we one-shot Geodude. I mean, we should, right? We use Bubble Beam. Okay, we one-shot Geodude and the other Geodude. And not Graveler. But we survive a Rock Throw. Yay! Go MissingNo! Alright, cool. Now, normally when we go to Celadon, I say never go to the Mart first. It doesn't make sense. For MissingNo, it 100% does. I mean, none of its stats really matter other than attack because they're so bad. But we need to go to the top floor, or the roof, I guess, buy the lemonade, and get Tri-Attack. Unlike in later generations, Tri-Attack does not have any additional effect in Generation 1. It's just a normal base 80 power move. I meant normal as in regular, but it is normal type. And because it can't miss, it is a massive upgrade over Mega Punch, which misses 15% of the time. So with that, we can go into the Rocket Game Corner and hopefully beat Giovanni, but I'm not sure. Well, Giovanni leads with Onix. MissingNo, I go for Bubble Beam. Thankfully, it went for Guard Spec, so we knock it out. Rhyhorn, we don't one-shot, and it hits us with Horn Attack. That's what I was worried about. We do knock it out, and now Kangaskhan, Rage is actually enough to defeat us. Uh-oh. So, if Kangaskhan goes for guard spec, we could win. But, okay, Onyx went for guard spec again. Rhyhorn, horn attack again. We need either a crit. Okay, guard spec is fine. And rage. Actually, we needed rage because Comet Punch, I guess Comet Punch could have missed. That was pretty scary. I think things will get a little better as we get towards the end game. Because like I said, I think MissingNo is going to level up way more than I expect. But as of right now, it's going to be a little difficult. Oh, I forgot to buy fresh water. Lovely. Anyway, as I go to the Pokemon Mart, which I actually have to go to anyway, I'm going to go buy some proteins, and I'm going to get the fresh water, and then I'm going to go battle Rival 4. Rival 4 leads with Pidgeotto. We don't outspeed, and it deals 30 damage. Growlithe, we do outspeed in one shot. Execute, we outspeed in one shot. Kadabra, we won't. But it goes for Teleport. Let's go, and we'll outspeed Wartortle. Okay, so here's the thing. The ghosts are actually going to be really bad for me right now. The only move I can hit them with is Psychic. And I have base 6 special. So that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun at all. I also forgot to use Repel. Now, these ghosts I can run away from, but this trainer over here, there is no way past them. So, alright, well, there's Cubone. Now I can catch a MissingNo, but if you already have one, you can catch one. Anyway, I'm going to go for Psychic. Nightshade, that's fine. Special dropped. Lick, because I'm normal. Okay, very good. Come on, Nightshade, yes. Special fell, no. Alright, so we're going to have to try this, like, a lot of times. Thankfully, come on. This is the only channeler with 2 Ghastly, and I actually think I have a Hyper Potion, so I can heal. So, yeah, this might not be the attempt we win, but, alright, Lick's good. Special dropped. Alright, come on. I wish it was a 2 KO. We're at full HP. Oh, yeah, but I guess base 130 plus attack and base 0 defense will we'll get that result. Oh, I forgot to heal. No. Okay. Well, you know, I can already tell you we're going to win, but anytime we're confused going forward and we hit ourselves in confusion, that happens. So, something to look out for. Well, I can keep showing battles as we... Oh, yeah, I can go for Sky Attack. Wait a minute. I still have Sky Attack. Okay. You know what? I didn't even think of that. But where do we go next? We have to beat the Pokemon Tower, but from there, we have a lot of different options. We can go to Sylph Company. We can go try to use Sky Attack. Oh my god, I missed. Oh my god. All right, we could try to beat Erica with Sky Attack, but I think that would be a bad idea. What do? It's kind of a tough call. Okay, I said I'd stop showing these battles, but here's a really good idea. Instead of Sky Attack, we could actually teach Fly. I don't think this move will be very useful going forward, so it is a bit of a waste of a move slot, but it will knock out grass Pokemon, so maybe we can use it against Erica. And unlike Sky Attack, it doesn't leave us completely defenseless on the turn it's not in use. And now that I have Fly, will I go defeat Erica? No. I'm going to go to Sylph Company, but not to battle Rival 5-0. There is something I want on the 10th floor. I'm going to go use Fly. Thankfully, we outsped and knock out Machoke, but the Carbos is kind of good, the Rakandi's kind of good, but most importantly, TM26, Earthquake. It will deal more to Rock Pokemon than Bubble Beam. It will deal more to Ghost Pokemon than Psychic. Unfortunately, we weren't able to use it in the Pokemon Tower because you need to rescue Mr. Fuji before you can access Sylph Company. But with that, we could probably defeat Koga if we want to. But if I don't battle Erica right now, I'm going to forget. So hopefully we outspeed Wrap. Uh-oh. So we don't outspeed, and now we're asleep. Oh, we woke up. Still Wrap. Oh, it's a speed tie. Interesting. That means we're going to outspeed everything else. And we're going to one-shot. Our attack is crazy high. Let's go. So that was pretty bad luck that we lost the speed tie, 3-4 consecutive times. But we'll take it. Right now, the run is finally starting to feel a little bit more consistent. We're leveling up faster and faster, and it's getting to a point where we're leveling up way faster than what a normal Pokemon would at this point in the game. Any Pokemon, even part of the fast experience group. So that's going to both help us and hurt us. But for now, let's go battle Koga. He leads with Coughing, and I use Earthquake. You might have noticed I got a second move from inside Sylph Company, but that move isn't needed yet. We knock out Coughing with one hit. We outspeed and knock out Muck. We outspeed and knock out Coughing number 2, but Wheezing uses Sludge and knocks us out. So the other move we got is Swords Dance, but we're not just going to use it for attack. After we defeat Koga, it also will inadvertently raise our speed a little bit. Unfortunately, for now, we just kind of need Koga not to use Sludge or Self-Destruct, and we will win. 2 for 2 on Sludge, that's great. And that's okay. MissingNo is one of the statistically worst Pokemon in the game. I believe there's only 5 Pokemon that are worse, and they're like Magikarp, Kakuna and Weedle, and Metapod and Caterpie. That's it. So the fact it might take us... Oh, there's an X attack. Oh, no! Oh, okay. Well, we would have leveled up if that happened. But we won! Hooray! Also, I know the text says it raises defense. That's another thing that's incorrect. I don't know if that's a wrong translation or if it's just untrue in the Japanese version too, but it's untrue. It gives you speed. And that's really important for a Pokemon like MissingNo, which is really slow. Because we come to the problem of the 4 Alakazam. There is an Alakazam from Rival 5, Sabrina, Rival 6, and the Champion. They all have super high special and are super fast. So we either need to survive an attack on base 6 special or outspeed with around base 20 speed. Hilariously, it's outspeeding that is more likely, but to do that, we're going to have to set up Swords Dance. And the problem with leveling up so quickly is if we level up in the middle of the battle, those inadvertent speed gains we get from using Swords Dance are removed. So this is going to be a problem going forward and might make Rival 5 really, really, really tough. So Pidgeot is going to outspeed us. We go for 1 Swords Dance, and unfortunately Pidgeot still outspeeds us. We need to go for a second Swords Dance. I have to go for Tri-Attack because I have no more HP, and it's quite lucky we outspeed, and of course we're going to one-shot Pidgeot. Problem is we level up, and while we will outspeed Growlithe, and we're obviously going to outspeed Execute, we don't outspeed Alakazam. So, how many experience points do I have? Only 366. I could leave Sylph Company and battle a wild Pokemon, but I actually think it might make more sense under the circumstances, especially because speed is going to become a real issue here, to go and battle a bunch of trainers and just level up twice. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So now I'm level 46. Setting up against Pidgeot is a very bad idea. So I try to see if Tri-Attack will one-shot. It doesn't, and at this point, because I might need at least 3 Swords Dance to outspeed Alakazam, I think this is a good point to use our rare candies. With fully evolved Pokemon, this would be a mistake, but we're not using a regular fully evolved Pokemon. Heck, we're not even really using a Pokemon at all. Now that I'm 7 levels higher, we are probably going to one-shot. Pidgeot does hit us first. We have 2/3 our HP left. Now I'm going to set up Swords Dance, Takedown. All right. Another Swords Dance, Takedown misses. All right, we got to go. We knock out Growlithe. Another Swords Dance, Hypnosis. No! All right. We're still asleep. Reflect is fine. Leech Seed is fine. And now we're awake. We knock out Execute. There we go. 3 Swords Dance, and we naturally outspeed Blastoise. We still have 3 Swords Dance, even though we're not faster. And we have defeated Rival 5. And it's time to take a nap, because we're going to need that to defeat Giovanni. All right. Once I get on the teleporter, there's not that much left to do. There's Sabrina, there's Blaine, and there's Giovanni 3. And the truth of the matter is, we can't beat Giovanni 3 first, so it's really a matter of Sabrina or Blaine, and Blaine is typically easier. I do have to beat Giovanni 2 first, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use 1 Swords Dance just in case, and we get Focus Energy, so I can just use Earthquake. And with our massive attack stat, we did outspeed Kangaskhan. I was worried about that. And that means we're going to outspeed... Oh, we level up. Oh, we still outspeed Nidoqueen. And we even sent it to the Shadow Realm. And Giovanni, although he's going to make it back somehow. All right, so like we discussed, battling Blaine makes more sense. So let's go do that. I think this can go okay. For the record, MissingNo is one of the few quote-unquote Pokemon that cannot learn Mimic. So we can't mimic agility. What we can do, however, is use Swords Dance. Growlithe goes for Leer, and I'm just going to go for Earthquake. 1 down. 2 Earthquakes, we knock out Ponyta, we level up. Rapidash goes for Tail Whip, but it misses. And our Canine Ember... That was Ember! Yeah, it was a critical hit, but... This run is ridiculous. I can't believe that just happened. All right, so if that's how much Ember did, I'd hate to see how much Psybeam or Psychic do. We're gonna need to level up, or at least make sure we outspeed, or pray that Alakazam goes for first turn recover. So yeah, this is probably not gonna go very good, but what can you do? It's too risky to set up. Thankfully, Kadabra goes for Disable and it misses. We knock it out. Mr. Mime, we actually outspeed and knock it out. I mean, we are 20 levels higher, but that's kind of shocking. Venomoth, I'm just going to go for Fly. We knock it out. And now Alakazam, Psywave. I forgot about Psywave. That move is so bad. It's the TM you get too. All right, so we only have 1 trainer left before what we consider to be the end game. Giovanni 3 really shouldn't be that difficult because his Pokemon are relatively slow, except for Dugtrio. Hopefully this goes okay. Let's see. Giovanni sends out Rhyhorn. I can set up a Swords Dance, it goes for Guard Spec. I set up a second Swords Dance, it goes for Tail Whip, and now if it attacks me, it could knock me out. So I just go for Earthquake. We don't level up, and thus we outspeed Dugtrio. We outspeed Nidoqueen. Nidoking may outspeed us. No, it doesn't. And Earthquake's gonna one-shot everything else. Gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and notice how much we level up now. We seem to level up once or twice per battle. It is absolutely absurd. And that, unfortunately, is going to continue. We're gonna have to keep that in mind going forward, but there's really not much we can do about that. Use a glitch Pokemon, glitchy things are going to happen. At the very least, if any of the final 6 trainers are difficult, at least we know we can level up extremely quickly. But first things first, let's see how we do against Rival 6. All right, well, he leads with Pidgeot, and Tri-Attack will one-shot. It goes for Agility, so we one-shot. Rhyhorn, I can set up Swords Dance, but I just go for Earthquake, and I level up. So now I go for Tri-Attack against Growlithe. I can use Swords Dance against Execute. It goes for Leech Seed. It hits, which is fine. I go for a second Swords Dance. It goes for a second Leech Seed. And a third Swords Dance, it goes for Solar Beam, but it takes 2 turns. So I can use Fly, knock it out, but I did mean to use Tri-Attack. Alakazam, we don't outspeed, but, oh my goodness, because of the Swords Dance, our special was raised to the point where we tanked it, and we win! Let's go! The Swords Dance didn't allow us to outspeed, but they did allow us to tank the attack. The base 6 special was enough. And now we've got to beat the Elite Four. I have actually zero clue how this is going to go. MissingNo is just so bizarre. It levels up really quickly, its moveset's immaculate, but it has no speed and no defenses to speak of. The Elite Four is either going to go way better than I expect, or it's going to take me hours upon hours. I don't really see an in-between here, but because I'm just so unsure of what to expect, the only thing we can really do here is just battle and find out. All right, well, Lauralee leads with Dugong. We're at level 64, and we actually outspeed. I didn't mean to use Earthquake. I meant to set up Swords Dance, and it goes for Growl. So I set up Swords Dance, and it goes for a second Growl. And this is boosting my speed, a third Growl, a fourth Growl. Wait, no, that was just Aurora Beam that lowered my attack. But, you know, badge boosts aplenty. A fifth... Okay, what am I doing? I'm going to use Tri-Attack. We knock out Dugong. Tri-Attack again. We knock out Cloyster. But see, we level up. So it's not worth setting up badge boosts. Because, yeah, Jinx is just going to outspeed. And even Double Slap. Sure, it got a critical hit. It's just not a viable strategy. We can use Swords Dance to raise our attack and to outspeed maybe one Pokemon. But anything more than that isn't going to happen. So I set up one Swords Dance and Growl misses. Tri-Attack one-shots Dugong. I outspeed Cloyster, and because of the Swords Dance, I'm pretty sure I'm able to one-shot the Cloyster. So next comes out Slowbro. I go for Swords Dance. It goes for Withdraw. A second Swords Dance, a second Withdraw. We are going to knock it out. And now, hopefully, we don't have to be Jinx. But Thrash, we do survive. We level up, though. But we outspeed Lapras on our own. And for the first time, we have beaten a member of the Elite Four with this, whatever it is. And we make it to Bruno, who is probably going to be easy. I use Swords Dance. It goes for Rage. I use Earthquake. We knock out Onyx, but we level up. Now I'm worried. I use Fly, and it does knock out Hitmonchan, but this is what I was worried about. Hitmonlee outspeeds, and because I'm a normal type, Jump Kick, well, even if I wasn't, my defense is so low. So we need to set up our levels in such a way that we outspeed Hitmonlee. So what I think I'm going to do is just play through the Elite Four and not reset when I lose. Because if I do that, we should have a different configuration with our levels. Hopefully one where we can set up against Onyx or Hitmonchan so that we outspeed Hitmonlee. I did forget not reset. That's a weird double negative, but it is muscle memory just to reset at losses. Actually, you know what? Because we level up so fast, I can use my rare candies. Like, we only have 2,000 experience points to level up. What if we use rare candies? And once we get to level 68, we can see, okay, see, it only takes 4,700 experience to get to level 69, which is not nice. Anyway, I'm going to set up, I'm just going to go for Tri-Tech, and I outspeed Dugong, but I don't one-shot, so we need to be a little bit of a higher level. I can set up a couple Swords Dance, so we one-shot Dugong, we one-shot Cloyster, but no, we're going to level up after Slowbro. No, we don't want that, because Jinx outspeeds, Body Slam, all right, we're fine, and we still outspeed Lapras. So now the problem is trying to outspeed Hitmonlee. We were close before, 3,700. I don't know if we will outspeed. We're going to try to set up a Swords Dance. I don't know exactly how many experience points I get, so I'm going to set up one. Rock Throw is fine. A second one. And now Earthquake's going to one-shot Onyx. Tri-Attack's going to one-shot Hitmonchan. We don't level up. All right, we won. We level up here. That's fine. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that again. There we go. Earthquake. Sorry. I pressed down one too many times and then kept hitting A because that's what I do during these runs. I just hit A very fast and extremely furiously. Something Tokyo Drift. Anyway, we have now made it to Agatha, and Agatha actually won't be that bad. Nightshade can hit us because of the way Gen 1 works, but her ghost Pokemon only have one attempt each, and if they don't use Hypnosis or Confuse Ray, so actually it's going to be pretty bad, but it's a 50-50 chance for Gengar and Haunter, and then her final Gengar doesn't know Hypnosis. So I think it's like a 1 in 10 chance we never see those moves, which isn't that bad. And who knows, maybe we'll outspeed or something. I don't know. Okay, so first Gengar, we're going to go, withdraw. Okay, so we miss Earthquake, but that's okay. Haze isn't a huge problem. We're still going to one-shot Golbat. The crit doesn't matter. And because we level up, Haze actually takes away our badge boost, but we get them back. There's Hypnosis, but we woke up right away. That's good. Nightshade is fine. Okay. Now Haunter, we don't outspeed, but Dream Eater is what we want. We should outspeed Arbok, see another level up. Yes! Yes, it swapped! Oh, and it does outspeed us, but that's okay. We did it. Oh my goodness, we've made it to Lance. And Lance's Gyarados is probably going to be unbelievably tough. I'm going to use an Elixir here because I'm hoping this is going to be the only time I need to battle Lance, but my hopes, they're not that high. All right, so we're going to go for Tri-Attack. Hydro Pump misses. Oh, we come so close to knocking it out. No! Hydro Pump now hits, and it knocks me out. But you know what? Why? I've only used one Elixir. Why reset? We could use these experience points. We really could. I'm going to save after a loss. I mean, I don't think we're going to outspeed Gyarados, but there is a chance eventually we can survive a Hydro Pump. And I mean, we gain levels so quickly. If we do have to make it all the way to level 100, so be it, right? I mean, its attack and moveset are exceptional, but statistically, it's about as bad as a Magikarp. Like, I've never heard of a Pokemon with stats like these because you would never intentionally make one like this. So, we're going to keep battling, and eventually, we should get another attempt that goes pretty deep. Unfortunately, this run that you're seeing is not one of them. because as we talked about, Agatha can easily defeat me. And while it is a good sign that we tanked a Hypnosis Dream Eater, it's still a loss. But I have a good feeling since we are leveling up, we are going to make it back to Lance sooner rather than later. So I haven't commentated Laurel in a while. We're at level 78. We now one-shot Dugong without a Swords Dance, but not Cloyster. Spike Cannon gets a crit, which is bad, but we're able to knock it out in 2 hits. I then can set up Swords Dance against Slowbro. It goes for 1 Water Gun, 1 Amnesia, and 1 Growl. So I go for a 4th Swords Dance, and that was being a little greedy. I actually think we have what it takes at this level, so I'm going to reset and try once again. So we're going to one-shot Dugong just like last time. Try attack, Spike Cannon, but this time no crit, but it hits 3 times, so we're at 99 HP, now 101. We're going to use 1 Swords Dance, withdraw, 2 Swords Dance, Amnesia, 3 Swords Dance, Growl. So that's 4 badge boosts. We knock out Slowbro. 4 means we outspeed Jinx, and we outspeed Lapras already. So we're at level 80 now. We're leveling up left, right, and center. By the way, if you do decide not to reset between encounters, make sure you buy full restores. One time, that really annoyed me. Anyway, I have them here. I'm going to go for Swords Dance against Onyx. It goes for X Defend. And now we can sweep through with Earthquake. We don't level up after Onyx or Hitmonchan, meaning we'll outspeed Hitmonlee. And I should probably be switching to Tri Attack, but that's okay. I switched to it at Machamp, and we've swept through Bruno. All is right in the world. Agatha, we need to get some pretty good luck, of course. Hopefully we get it. So, ooh, Confuse Ray. Wait! We don't knock ourselves out anymore! No, it put me to sleep, no! And now I'm staying asleep. Confuse Ray and Dream Eater. No! We're so close. This is a good time to mention that in this challenge, I forbid saving between Elite Four members. I mean, there are 2 series on my channel. The Kanto challenges like this one, and the quote-unquote impossible series, which is more that people will say, oh, it's impossible to beat the game with this Pokemon, and I try to see whether that's true or not. So for these runs, because it should very much be possible, I would think, at the very least I want to see if it's consistent, and the easiest way to test that is not to save between 5 of the toughest trainers. In Pokemon Stadium 2, that's how it works, so it's how I prefer to play. If it gets tough enough that is just not happening, I have no problem, and then it'll just go at the bottom of the tier list because, I mean, it would be one of the worst. So far, every single Pokemon that has completed this game has been able to make it through the Elite Four without saving in between, but for a battle like Agatha, certainly it would be a lot less frustrating, but you also could beat the game a lot earlier because you could rely on ultra lucky strategies that might only have like a 1 in 20 chance of occurring. Our strategy is about a 1 in 8, I think, which isn't that bad. So, Nightshade is fine. Earthquake hits Gengar. We level up. Golbat? Ooh, we outsped. But we're not going to outspeed Haunter. We do! No way! So that means we're going to outspeed Arbok, and we're not going to outspeed. We level up again. Confused right now? Yes! We make it back to Lance for the first time in a while. I don't know if we can defeat him. I don't know if enough has changed. I do know that at least we get another opportunity, and that's a good thing. Okay, so what are we going to do? Let's just go for... Ooh, we outsped. Yeah, a lot changed. We're level 84. Just going to go for Tri Attack. I'm not going to set up. Just go for Tri Attack. Oh, wait. Aerodactyl, we have nothing to hit it. Bite? No way. I don't know if the crit mattered. That means we should outspeed Dragonite and... No! Oh my gosh. Wait, if it didn't go for Barrier, we would have lost. But at the very least, we knew we were really close. But hey, we weren't close. We won. Okay, that fight really gave me a scare. And the champion should be really, really tough. The biggest issue is Alakazam. Alakazam is almost definitely going to outspeed and one shot if it hits with Psychic. There's almost nothing I can do about that. If I can make it past Alakazam, we're probably okay. But the chance I can make it past, even at level 85, it's just not very high. But we're already here, so we might as well try. All right, so against Pidgeot, let's just go for Tri Attack. Oh my gosh, we outsped. I can't believe it. We knock it out. I knew we were going to level up, so that's why I didn't bother setting up. And now here's Alakazam. It went for Reflect. I don't think that's enough. Let's go. Yes. Okay, wait. I'm going to go for Swords Dance. Tail Whip. All right, that's 2 badge boosts. Wow, right on looks pretty silly. Another Swords Dance, another Tail Whip. All right, let's not get greedy. Earthquake. That's 3 down. Arcanon, we're going to outspeed now. That's 4 down. All right, we level up. 87. We're going to outspeed Executor. Tri-Attack. And now we outspeed Blastoise. We win. We win with a glitch. We win. That sprite at the end just encapsulates everything with this run. And what a bizarre one. It took forever just to get by Cerulean. And then honestly, while there were some parts that were a little scary, MissingNo performed much better than I expected. Still, at 5 hours 52 minutes, I don't think it's officially going to get ranked on my tier list because it's not one of the 151 Pokemon, but that would put it towards the bottom for fully evolved Pokemon. Considering its base stats though, that's actually not so bad because the other Pokemon with similar stats, I mean Pidgey for example, took 10 hours. In the end, I'm very happy with this result. This was a fun run to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe next video, we'll use another Pokemon from this similar tier, like Caterpie. Surely that will be... I'm kidding. Or am I? You'll have to see. Take care.